lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a tour of my oddity shelves. I will also be doing an entire room tour shortly, but if I were to, I think, go through every single thing on these shelves as part of that, we would be there all day. So this won't be all of my oddities, because there are some sort of dotted throughout the room, but this is where like a lot of them are concentrated. And the other night I was like, do you know what, I'm going to completely reorganize these shelves and add lights, so I decided to tear everything off of the shelves in the middle of the night, and then adding the lighting was actually far more stressful and exhausting than I expected to be, because it was really hard to like get it to where it needed to go. And so by the time I was done with that, I was sweating and exhausted and so badly wanted to lie down, and I couldn't because everything that was on the shelves was spread out across my bed. I'm about to show you all of that process real quickly first, and a little bit of the rebuilding of the shelves, and then we will get into the actual tour. So Jesus fucking Christ. What have I done? Oh my god. Oh no. That was awful. Oh!
Let's go see the last one.
Yes. No, what's the remote? Also, I don't like the way LEDs look, but I'm hoping once all my stuff is there, like covering up the little dots, you'll just get the glow and it'll look nicer. Otherwise, this was all... Oh wait, oh there's the remote. Oh, too yellow. Do that. What does this do? Oh, oh, oh. Oh my god, no. Oh my god. Oh my god. I didn't know they did this. It's not really the vibe of the room, but it's cool that it does that. Oh my god, that took it out of me, and it's late and I'm tired and I feel really nauseous now and I'm sweaty, but I can't lie down because everything that was on these shelves is on my bed. I forgot that I demolished the entire room last night. Do you know how I remembered? I woke up to this. I opened my eyes and that was what I saw. Ta-da! So there's nowhere really great for me to stand here to do this, but this is what we are working with. There is some space down here because I know someone has sent me something special that I think I want to put there. Plus, you know, just trying to leave some space for the collection to grow makes sense, but this is what we're currently at. It's such a shame that my bed extends so far out because then I do miss a chunk of like potential display space. So back there I've just, you know, used that to store things like room sprays and stuff where you can't see them. But yeah, I've kind of got things in, there's like a couple of like themed sections, but in general it's just kind of everything everywhere. So I guess we will get started. Okay, so I think we'll start up at the top and work our way down. So right at the very top here we're starting with this badger. I think pretty much all of the taxidermy here will be very old vintage pieces, and he is no exception. I got him from my favourite antique store a good few years ago, and I just really like him because he kind of looks like he just told a joke and he's waiting for you to respond. So that's him. And then if we go to his feet, this is actually a badger skull and jaws that I found almost exactly a year ago. It was on Beltane in a random field. I looked down and saw a tiny little spot of white and I was like, bones? And I moved the grass and this was like completely embedded in the grass. I'm sorry if my camera focusing is loud. And yeah, so it took a lot of effort, but I managed to dig this up and I was very pleased. There are also some things on here that aren't really oddities, but just things I enjoy, such as frog. There are a few of those. Next up is my rook. He is not a crow, he is not a raven, he is a rook. He looks like a plague doctor and I love him. The camera's trying to focus on that doll's face. There we go, isn't he pretty? And he's just on this little log, and I got him on eBay, and he's just on a little box that I think it's meant for essential oils, but all of my oils are just slightly too tall and so the lid won't close, which is a shame. Oh my god, this camera's so much heavier than my vlogging camera. In the back is this doll. I think it was listed as like a haunted doll on eBay, and I was like, you know what, give me her. But she has like some pins in various places, and every time I try to pick her up, no matter how careful I am, I get stabbed, so that's fun. Down here, there's a little glass bottle with some old coffin nails in it. Next to that, this was a perfume that I loved so much. It smelled so good. And the bottle is so pretty, but then my ex knocked it over and spilled it everywhere, and I've never been able to find a replacement, so, but the bottle's just too cute to get rid of, so I keep it anyway. Next up is my fantastic snake in a jar. This is like one of my prized possessions, and the way I got this was when I was doing biology in college. I used to sit next to this every day, and one day I asked the teacher, I was like, hey, could I have this? And she was like, oh, like, it's not mine, it belongs to the school, so I can't give it to you. And I was like, oh, okay. But then as she was leaving the room, she kind of gave me this look and was like, I don't think anyone would notice if it went missing. And I was like, say less. So I had to shove this giant, very heavy snake in a jar in my bag and try to walk out inconspicuously. I got given permission, sort of, but permission with plausible deniability. So I think that's fine. I think that like building closed down not long after anyway, and a lot of stuff got thrown away, so in my mind, I saved him. This is just a weird little silver snail that I think I found in IKEA or something, just like on the floor, and I was like, gimme. This is a monkey skull that someone actually sent to me. I could not believe it. I was like so excited. Still one of the best things anyone has ever sent. I love it so much. I don't know, I think I looked up before what type of monkey it was, but I can't remember now. I just have some pigeon feathers back here. There's this little two-headed duckling, which I think was a gift from someone. I don't think it's a real two-headed thing, it's probably just like a gaff, but someone got me that, and obviously going to keep that because it's cute. We have a bunch of shed snake skins here. Okay, I've switched cameras because the big DSLR, it struggles to focus and it's too loud when it does focus, so we're on the vlogging camera now. So just to kind of run through some of the last things: monkey skull that was sent to me by a viewer, beautiful, some pigeon feathers I found, shed snake skin, two-headed duckling gaff that was a gift. And so then we got over here, and I was saying, so this little thing, it was a little terrarium I made, but it did die. And since then, there's just a bunch of stuff in there that I haven't got around to organizing. So there's someone's tooth right there. There is like a dead butterfly back there. There are some feathers from Victoria the Swan. If you don't know who that is, if you go on my Instagram and look for a highlight called The Swan Diaries, that'll explain it. There's an entire pigeon skeleton, because one time I found a dead pigeon in my house, even though all the windows and doors were closed. Sebastian was an indoor cat. It didn't look like it had been attacked. I still don't know how it got there, but luckily I found it because it was behind like the sofa down this wedge. And I got to it before it started rotting, which I'm glad of, and I put it in the back garden under a tree, and when I came back a year later, it was completely de-skinned. And so yeah, I just put it in there, and there's like some other little bones and jaws and stuff. This is actually a little pin cushion from, I think, I would have to go through my notes and figure out exactly when, but I think roughly in the realm of the 1890s. So it's a little handmade Victorian pin cushion made from a real shell and some velvet. And I just thought that was so, so cute and interesting. I think I got this on eBay whenever I was going to like a real sort of like Victorian-esque embroidery era and finding a bunch of cute things. And this was just so beautiful. And then this is also, again, I'd have to check exactly when, but from the Victorian era. And it's like an actual little hair locket. I also got that on eBay around the same time. And it's just so beautiful. I really want to learn how to make things like this. Got some hands holding, what is this called? Like desert rose? It's like a type of crystal. We have frog. We have like another little crystal. I could probably like fit some more crystals in there. Okay, moving down, we have this raccoon. I got him from a antique store in Belfast that's actually gone now, unfortunately, but he is just very sweet looking. I love him a lot. We of course have another frog. We have a little mushroom, and we have this beetle that I actually got in one of those, what do they call, the gachapon machines in Camden. These, oh, in this shell here, you can see there are some little teeth. That is from the badger skull. At some point I might try to slot them back in where they're supposed to come from. The shells themselves were actually from a dinner that I had when I was in Korea. And I asked the people, I was like, can I have these? And they were like, what? And I was like, the shells, can I take them home? And they were like, oh. So yeah, I brought them home because they, like, how can you not like this? Just, oh, so pretty. Because I was like, do these just get thrown out? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, I want them. So that's what those are. There are more of those dotted around. I think there's actually one as well hanging from my ceiling up there. This is a coyote skull, I think, with his jaws that I got from an oddity shop in LA. I can't remember what it's called, but it was on Melrose, I think. That was a good while ago. I have dingling, oh no! A bell. I think this is from one of my Witch's Moon box. There's like another little mushroom back there. There's a book, The Resurrectionist. This little thing that I knocked over is a bottle of holy water that I got from my favorite antique shop. We have a series of very old dolls here. I think I got those on eBay and they are quite ancient looking, but I really enjoy them. I think the little one's like my favorite, and I like his makeup a lot. I can't remember if these all came in one set or if I bought them separately, honestly. It was a while ago. And I also have some of these just little like plastic ball jointed doll heads that I want to do something fun with at some point. Moving down to their feet, I have this little dish, and so this is, oh my god, what do you call these? The name has escaped me. Like, but they're like devil's head seed pods, something like that. It's like water something or other. But I just think these look really cool, and I actually made some of these into beads to use on a necklace I made last year. There's a little bone that I found on the beach, and then all these little acorns I actually found on a walk in a forest when I was in Japan, and I collected them because they're just so cute, and I brought them home before realizing I was probably not allowed to do that, but they have been safely contained in this little bowl. I will not accidentally plant any of them, but whoops. But yeah, so they're just like a little memento of my time in Japan. This right here I got in an antique store in Dublin quite a number of years ago, on a random Valentine's Day when I was down in Dublin with my friends. And I just really like it. The only bummer is I wore it like once the day I got it, and then everyone was like, don't do that. And I looked into it, and yeah, it turns out that this thing is probably full of asbestos, so I can't wear it, which is a shame because I would love to get creepy pictures in it. So I'm probably going to have to get a replica one at some point so I can take pictures without killing myself. But it is very cool, and it is like a genuine old one, which we love. Coming down here, we have another frog. We have a little pile of various crystals, so there's quite a lot of amethyst. This is some amber, I think. Peacock ore, I want to say. This, I think, is a rough chunk of labradorite, which I think I want to put somewhere else so you can actually see it, because without the light, it kind of looks like nothing. The little drawers my friend gave me, I think they're just full of random little trinkets. I really need to go through them at some point. We have, I think, a selenite sphere right there. I just hit my head. Very good. These crystal points, I think, actually came in my Killstar Coven makeup box. I have a little jar of various feathers back here. Most of them I just kind of like found, but this one is actually a raven feather from a raven called Moonin that used to be at an owl sanctuary I loved, and unfortunately he passed away and they gave me his last feather, which is very sweet of them. This little section here used to be over by my TV, but it kept getting like knocked, things were getting like destroyed and like things were getting set on it and stuff, so I moved it all to this area. So like lovely shell box. This is just nothing, but it just fits the vibe. More of those shells from Korea. Some that I bought at an antique market. There's like a crab shell I found on the beach. My mum found this one. Oyster shells from like a food market. Some mermaids' purses, which are like shark egg sacks. This little sea urchin I found as well. Quite a few of the little bits I just found on beaches and really liked. Oh, and that is, I think, some sort of like marine mammal vertebrae. I don't know, like a porpoise or something, but I found that on a beach and I was like, oh my god, so lucky. Score sea potato. Found a whole bunch of those ones. I was like, what the hell is this? And then of course more crystals and whatnot. And then, oh my goodness, we moved down to the bottom. This box is full of like little like witchy supplies and stuff. Where's the other one? Oh, it's over there. This was sent to me quite a long time ago by an artist along with the other ones. I've got this little box full of like covered in wax and string. It has some like duck bones and stuff in it that I need to kind of organize and make a better place for, that a friend brought me when they came to visit. There's a tiny little bottle of like itty bitty bones, some more crystals. This little cat was like a lid to a tiny little container my mum had. I don't know where the actual container is, but oh, that's right. Have we missed something? Yes, hold on. Well, this is just an empty candle, but this this is actually a very old tin. In here, those are my mum's baby teeth. So I've got my mum's baby teeth in a very old little jar here. Pop those back in. But yes, the little cat was a lid to a tiny little container, but I don't know where the rest of it is. I think I said about the crystals. That jar is a mugwort tincture that I started making last year and then forgot about, so I don't know if it would still be safe, but we'll find out, I guess. Selenite dagger, you might have seen in a TikTok I made. Different little oils, unicorn, lovely things. There's like a little flipping coin here. Different resins. This drinking horn that my friend bought me at the Christmas market back last Christmas there. This is a dog skull that my friend found on a beach, washed up and gave to me. A little pile of bones. I think these are chicken bones. This I would assume is maybe a sheep bone or something. I found this in the mountains whenever my friend came to visit and we were exploring in the Mourne Mountains, and it was just there, perfect. I was like, this is mine. Little salt lamp, another one of these with little fake flowers in it. Another belt, this cute little teacup that I found in like just a charity shop that I love. I wish the inside wasn't pink because I don't think it really goes, but it's so cute. It's like a little snail. And then some sprays and stuff from the Witch's Moon, some books back there, and the rest in there is just being stored. And that is pretty much, a very fast run through of my oddity shelves. So thank you so much for joining me for this little tour. Like I said, full room tour coming very soon. I have been deep cleaning my room the past few days and reorganizing and getting everything set up nicely, and so we're almost there. I'm bad for like not wanting to do room tours because I'm like, oh, but it's not finished. But the thing is, I'm forever finding new little bits and adding bits and changing things. So like, it's never finished. It's never going to be finished. Until I move out, I will be adding things and changing things. So I might as well just do it now. And then if I make significant changes a year from now, I can do an updated one. But yes, I really hope you enjoyed this. Please, please, like genuinely, it's not just like a YouTuber like trying to get engagement thing. Please do leave me a comment and tell me what your favorite thing on these shelves was, because like it's just so many little pieces that I love so much that I've curated over so many years, and it would just be honestly so nice to hear from other people like what really caught their eye and what stood out to them. Like if you could like steal anything from my shelves, what would you take? Steal with permission. No one would notice it going missing. I would notice. I would notice everything going missing. So yes, that is that. Please do consider supporting me on Patreon. I would love you forever and ever. Nothing supports this channel as much as that. That is how I keep going. I actually just passed my 12-year YouTube anniversary recently, which is crazy. 12 years on YouTube. And it's not easy to be a full-time content creator for that long, but I have stuck it out all these years through thick and through thin, and I would like to keep going for another 12 years if I could. So yes, please do consider checking out my Patreon, because that If it weren't for Patreon, I would not have made it this far. So the link for that is down in the description. Totally optional, and of course you can come and talk to me and the other lovelies in the Discord. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye lovelies!